Hello everyone, welcome back to Hidden World. I'm your host, Ilya Emelianov, and today we're diving deep beneath one of the world's most iconic cities, London. Grab a flashlight and get ready, because we're exploring a hidden realm of forgotten history, secret bunkers, and mysterious tunnels beneath the bustling streets of England's capital. Part number 1, London's underground, secret government and royal family bunkers. When we think about London, we imagine red double-decker buses, iconic black cabs, Buckingham Palace, and bustling streets filled with history and culture. But beneath this vibrant surface lies a hidden London, a labyrinth of secret chambers and tunnels, a shadowy world that has quietly existed beneath our feet for decades. Our story begins in the dark days of World War II. As bombs fell relentlessly on London during the Blitz, British leaders faced an urgent challenge: how to protect themselves, their decision-making capabilities, and the nation's most vital secrets from relentless air raids and possible invasions. Their solution? Go underground. One of the most famous examples is the Churchill War Rooms, hidden beneath the government buildings of Whitehall. Imagine descending a narrow staircase into the very heart of history itself. Here, Prime Minister Winston Churchill plotted Britain's wartime strategies from a bunker deep underground. These rooms remained untouched and forgotten after the war, frozen in time, and today visitors can still see maps pinned to the walls, telephones from the 1940s, and even Churchill's famous cigar ashtray. Every corner of this underground maze whispers stories of courage, fear, and resilience. But this bunker was just the tip of the iceberg. Across London, numerous secret bunkers were constructed to protect government officials, the military command, and even members of the royal family. One such place is the rarely discussed Paddock Bunker, located in northwest London beneath Dollis Hill. Known as Churchill's backup bunker, Paddock was designed to become the Prime Minister's operational headquarters if the Cabinet War Rooms were destroyed. Today this place is eerily quiet, dark, and partially flooded, but it still echoes with the weight of history. Even deeper beneath the city streets are the extensive tunnels built during the war, vast underground cities intended as emergency shelters. One example is the Clapham South Deep Level Shelter. This subterranean shelter was built to house thousands of Londoners escaping nightly bombings. Stretching several miles underground, it featured beds stacked tightly together, medical facilities, and even kitchens. After the war, these shelters became temporary accommodations for immigrants and later storage spaces, silently preserving their wartime secrets for decades. But what about the royal family? The British monarchy also had its own secret shelters and escape routes planned. Beneath Buckingham Palace, secret tunnels and shelters were constructed to ensure the safety of the royal family. While details remain closely guarded, historians and insiders have shared glimpses of these secretive spaces. Rumors speak of an intricate system of tunnels linking Buckingham Palace to other secure locations throughout London, including government buildings and military installations. Imagine the Queen and royal family secretly moving through these hidden passages, away from prying eyes, safeguarded by layers of secrecy and concrete. Moving slightly beyond central London, Windsor Castle, the royal family's favorite residence, also had underground fortifications and bunkers. During World War II, deep chambers beneath the castle served as a secure retreat for the royal family, fully equipped with living quarters and emergency supplies. Hidden within these tunnels were extensive communications networks, ensuring that the monarchy could remain informed and connected, even under siege. Yet, London's hidden underground world doesn't end there. Beyond shelters and bunkers, there were storage vaults constructed beneath iconic landmarks. Take, for instance, the vaults beneath the British Museum. During World War II, Priceless artworks and artifacts were relocated underground, safely tucked away from enemy bombs. Another fascinating example is the subterranean vaults of the Bank of England. These vast, secure chambers once stored Britain's gold reserves. Protected by thick walls, reinforced doors, and stringent security measures, the vaults beneath Threadneedle Street safeguarded Britain's financial stability during the darkest days of war. But why does this underground world still fascinate us so deeply? Perhaps because it holds secrets and stories that connect us directly to the past. Walking these forgotten tunnels, exploring these hidden bunkers, we don't just see history, we feel it. Every shadowed corridor and rusty door handle speaks to the courage, fear, and resilience of those who lived through extraordinary times. London's secret underground bunkers and tunnels are more than just relics. They're reminders of humanity's resilience in the face of adversity. They are silent witnesses to a city that survived and thrived despite the worst that history could throw at it. So next time you stroll through London's crowded streets or visit Buckingham Palace, remember, beneath your feet lies a hidden world, filled with mysteries yet to be fully uncovered. Stay tuned for our next episode as we journey even deeper into London's forgotten underground and uncover more secrets from the shadows. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more adventures with Hidden World. Until next time, this is Ilya Emelianov, signing off. Keep exploring. Part number 2. Churchill's Underground Headquarters. Secrets of the legendary war rooms beneath Whitehall. Deep beneath the bustling streets of London's Westminster district, nestled quietly under the majestic buildings of Whitehall, lies a secretive world shrouded in mystery and intrigue, the Churchill War Rooms. Today we'll journey through this hidden labyrinth, unveiling the gripping secrets of the legendary underground command center where Prime Minister Winston Churchill masterminded Britain's fight for survival during the darkest days of World War II. Imagine for a moment stepping away from the vibrant streets above, descending into a concealed stairway. As the noise of modern London fades away, you are transported back in time, into the tense atmosphere of wartime Britain. The Churchill War Rooms are no ordinary historical attraction. They are a meticulously preserved time capsule, capturing the intense drama and decisive moments of one of history's most significant conflicts. The story of the War Rooms began long before the first bombs fell on London. Anticipating war, the British government in the late 1930s realized that aerial attacks were inevitable and that protecting the nation's leadership was critical. Thus, a series of subterranean rooms beneath Whitehall was hastily converted into a fully operational war command center. Constructed secretly away from prying eyes, these rooms were intended to be temporary, but as history would show, they became the vital nerve center of Britain's war effort. The rooms were small, dark, and damp, with cramped corridors and low ceilings, far from comfortable, but perfectly suited to the secrecy and urgency required during war. As you navigate this underground complex today, you quickly sense the tension that once filled these walls. Maps cover the walls, dotted with pins marking battles and troop movements. Telephones, still positioned on desks as if waiting for an urgent call, remind us of the critical communications that flowed endlessly through this nerve center. One of the most captivating spaces within these war rooms is the map room. Imagine a bustling hive of activity. Intelligence officers scrambling to update the latest frontline movements, strategists debating fiercely over battle plans, and operators coordinating critical communications. Each moment was crucial, decisions made here directly affecting the course of the war. The map room was operational 24 hours a day, every single day of the war, from 1939 until victory in 1945. Staff rotated shifts tirelessly, aware that even the smallest piece of information could tip the scales of victory or defeat. Remarkably, the maps in this room have not been changed since the lights were turned off at the war's end, frozen in time, providing an astonishing glimpse into the final days and hours of World War II. Adjacent to the map room lies the cabinet room, arguably the most historically significant room in the entire complex. Here, Winston Churchill and his war cabinet regularly convened to make critical strategic decisions. Imagine Churchill seated at the head of the table, cigar in hand, intensely discussing tactics and weighing the immense responsibilities of wartime leadership. This room is filled with an almost palpable sense of history, the air heavy with decisions that changed the fate of nations. Perhaps the most intriguing of all is Churchill's private quarters, a modest suite containing a bedroom and an office. Remarkably, Churchill rarely spent entire nights underground, preferring to brave the risks above ground. However, during periods of intense bombing raids, Churchill did take refuge here, working late into the night, dictating speeches, or quietly pondering the gravity of the war effort. Within these rooms, artifacts of Churchill's daily life remain perfectly preserved. His famous cigar ashtray still sitting upon his desk, handwritten notes scattered nearby, and his bed neatly made, reflecting the disciplined urgency of wartime living. These seemingly trivial items create an intimate portrait of the man who led Britain through its darkest hour. Yet life underground was anything but comfortable. Conditions were often harsh. The air was stale and thick, ventilation poor, and the atmosphere tense and oppressive. There were constant fears of bombing raids and espionage, the latter a particularly acute concern, as the government recognized the catastrophic consequences if enemy spies discovered these rooms. To counter espionage threats, stringent security protocols were in place. Only a select few individuals knew the exact location of the war rooms, and even fewer had complete access. The secrecy surrounding the operation was so tight that many Londoners and even government employees had no idea this subterranean command center existed. Throughout the war, the Churchill war rooms remained operational, resiliently enduring relentless bombing raids. The complex even survived near misses, proving its effectiveness as a secure stronghold. The ability to remain hidden and functional significantly contributed to the British leadership's morale, providing a constant operational base amidst relentless attack. The war rooms weren't just about war planning, they were also a center of communication and propaganda. Deep underground, broadcasters transmitted Churchill's stirring speeches, bolstering the nation's morale. Iconic addresses such as his legendary "We shall fight on the beaches" speech originated in these very rooms, rallying the British people and inspiring allied nations. After the war ended, these rooms were quietly sealed and largely forgotten, their significance known only to those who had served within their walls. It wasn't until decades later that historians recognized their historical importance, prompting the preservation and eventual public opening of the Churchill War Rooms as a museum. Today, as visitors explore this incredible underground site, the war rooms stand as a testament to human endurance, strategic brilliance, and the determined spirit of a nation under siege. The stark simplicity of the rooms, the untouched maps, and even the worn-out chairs speak eloquently of a time when the fate of Britain, and indeed the free world, hung precariously in the balance. Exploring Churchill's underground headquarters isn't merely a journey through physical spaces, it's an exploration into the heart of wartime decision-making, leadership under pressure, and the indomitable spirit of survival. Every corridor and artifact tells a story, capturing a vivid snapshot of courage, determination, and resilience. This hidden subterranean world beneath Whitehall isn't merely a historical curiosity. It's a powerful reminder of what ordinary people can achieve in extraordinary times. It encapsulates the spirit of a nation unwilling to surrender, a leader resolute in the face of overwhelming odds, and a city resilient in the darkest hours. As we emerge back onto the bustling streets of modern London, we carry with us the stories and secrets hidden beneath Whitehall, reminded always that beneath our feet lies history, waiting quietly to share its lessons and stories with those who venture deep enough to listen. Part number 3: Labyrinths of the Underground Hospital. How secret medical centers operated beneath the city. Imagine navigating through a maze of tunnels deep beneath the bustling streets of London, surrounded by cold, damp walls, dim lighting, and the echoes of hurried footsteps from a bygone era. Hidden from public view and tucked safely underground, secret medical centers operated during wartime, providing vital healthcare amidst the chaos of aerial bombings and constant danger. Today, we'll unravel the incredible story of these hidden underground hospitals and discover how they became lifelines for thousands during London's darkest hours. As bombs rained down upon London during the Blitz in World War II, the city faced unprecedented challenges. Hospitals above ground quickly became overwhelmed with casualties, their facilities damaged or destroyed by relentless bombing raids. The urgent need for safer, hidden medical facilities became evident, and the British government responded by establishing secret underground hospitals deep beneath the city's streets. One of the most notable examples is the labyrinthine network beneath Clapham South, part of a series of deep-level shelters initially designed to protect thousands of Londoners. This vast subterranean facility was repurposed into a fully operational medical center, complete with operating rooms, recovery wards, and specialized treatment areas. The scale and ingenuity required to construct such a facility underground remain astonishing, especially given the rapid pace at which it was built during the height of the war. Descending into these hidden hospitals, you'd immediately sense the unique challenges doctors and nurses faced. Working underground meant dealing with cramped conditions, poor ventilation, and limited supplies. Yet despite these hardships, the medical staff adapted remarkably well, quickly transforming bleak tunnels into functional wards, laboratories, and treatment areas. Within the tunnels, emergency rooms bustled with activity, constantly receiving new casualties from the surface. Medical teams operated under pressure, often dealing with injuries caused by explosions, burns, and shrapnel wounds. Operating theaters, lit only by dim, artificial lights, became places of remarkable skill and determination, where surgeons worked tirelessly under challenging conditions. The logistical challenges were immense. Essential supplies, medications, surgical instruments, and even food had to be transported discreetly underground, hidden from enemy spies and bombers. Extensive communication networks were established, linking underground medical centers with surface-level hospitals and military bases. These secret channels ensured a seamless flow of critical information and resources, proving essential in saving countless lives. The medical staff who served in these subterranean hospitals were genuine heroes. Many were volunteers who willingly descended into the tunnels, knowing the risks involved. Nurses, doctors, orderlies, and support staff often spent days underground without seeing daylight, living and working tirelessly amidst challenging conditions. Their dedication to duty and their resilience under constant threat became emblematic of London's wartime spirit. One remarkable aspect of underground hospitals was their organization. Despite the chaos above ground, these secret medical centers were highly structured and efficiently run. Triage systems rapidly assessed incoming casualties, determining who required immediate surgical intervention and who could wait. This streamlined approach allowed medical teams to maximize their limited resources and save as many lives as possible. Underground hospitals were not just places for emergency treatment, they also served as recovery areas for those recuperating from surgery or injuries. Wards filled with rows of beds provided comfort and rest for patients, even in such challenging environments. Nurses played a vital role, not just providing medical care, but also offering emotional support to frightened and injured patients, helping them cope with trauma and uncertainty. One fascinating aspect of these secret facilities was their ability to remain hidden and secure throughout the war. Strict security measures ensured that their locations were known only to a select few, minimizing the risk of enemy sabotage or espionage. Entrances were disguised, often hidden within ordinary buildings or public transport stations, blending seamlessly into the urban landscape. This secrecy was crucial to the hospital's effectiveness, protecting both medical staff and patients. After the war, these subterranean medical facilities were gradually decommissioned, their existence fading into obscurity. However, the tunnels remained, preserving their stories underground. Some, like the Clapham South shelter, were repurposed for temporary housing or storage, while others were sealed off and forgotten entirely, becoming lost relics of London's wartime past. Rediscovered decades later, these tunnels now offer a unique glimpse into the past, allowing us to appreciate the incredible achievements of wartime medicine under extreme conditions. Walking through these eerie corridors today, you can almost hear the whispers of past patients, feel the urgency of medical teams racing against time, and sense the immense dedication that once filled these hidden spaces. The legacy of these underground hospitals lives on, reminding us of the extraordinary efforts made by ordinary people to save lives during times of crisis. They stand as a testament to human ingenuity, courage, and resilience, qualities that shone brightly beneath the streets of wartime London. These labyrinthine underground medical centers are not merely historical curiosities, they remain powerful symbols of humanity's determination to overcome adversity, safeguard lives, and maintain hope even under the most desperate circumstances. They serve as enduring reminders that beneath our feet, beneath the noise and activity of daily life, lies a hidden world full of remarkable stories waiting to be told. Part number 4. Tunnels of the Thames. Unknown passages beneath London's iconic river. Beneath the majestic flow of London's River Thames, hidden from everyday view, lies an intricate network of tunnels. These secret passageways stretch silently beneath the riverbed, connecting the banks of one of the world's most famous waterways. Today, we're diving into these fascinating tunnels, exploring their mysterious origins, uncovering their historical significance, and revealing some surprising secrets that many Londoners themselves are unaware of. Imagine standing beside the Thames, watching boats glide gracefully along its surface. It's hard to imagine that beneath your feet, hidden deep below, are passages that once carried thousands of Londoners safely beneath the river. These tunnels aren't just practical engineering marvels, they're gateways to forgotten stories, extraordinary feats of human ingenuity, and vital connections that shaped the city itself. One of the most famous and oldest examples is the Thames Tunnel, connecting Rotherhithe and Wapping. Built between 1825 and 1843 by legendary engineers Mark and Isambard Kingdom Brunel, this was the world's first underwater tunnel. Construction was fraught with difficulty. Workers faced constant threats from flooding, collapses, and poisonous gases. Despite these dangers, the Brunels' visionary engineering triumphed, and the tunnel opened initially as a pedestrian passageway, quickly becoming a bustling underground marketplace and social gathering spot. Walking through the Thames Tunnel in its early days would have been an extraordinary experience. The tunnel was brightly lit with gas lamps, its walls lined with shops, entertainers, and even refreshment stands. It was both a practical route and a curiosity, attracting visitors eager to experience the novelty of walking beneath a river. Over time, however, the tunnel's purpose evolved. In 1869, it was converted into a railway tunnel for the East London Line, carrying thousands of commuters daily beneath the Thames. Today, trains still rumble through, a testament to the tunnel's durability and the pioneering vision of its creators. But the Thames Tunnel was just the beginning. As London's population exploded during the Victorian era, more tunnels became essential to connect growing communities. The Tower Subway, completed in 1870, became another vital route beneath the river. Initially designed for pedestrians, it quickly transitioned into a railway tunnel and later housed essential utilities, such as telecommunications cables. Today, the Tower Subway is little known to the public. Hidden behind secure entrances and accessible only to maintenance workers, this forgotten tunnel quietly carries crucial infrastructure beneath the city. Its existence remains largely unknown, a hidden chapter in London's complex urban tapestry. Another intriguing tunnel beneath the Thames is the Greenwich Foot Tunnel, connecting Greenwich to the Isle of Dogs. Completed in 1902, this tunnel was specifically built to help dock workers commute safely to and from work. Descending this spiral staircase or elevator, you enter a remarkable passage lined with white tiles, dimly lit and echoing with footsteps and whispered conversations. Though practical in design, the tunnel's architecture carries a charming nostalgic appeal, transporting visitors back to early 20th century London. However, the Thames's hidden tunnels aren't limited to public pedestrian and railway routes. Secret military tunnels, built during both World Wars, were hidden strategically beneath the river. During World War II, these passages became vital lifelines, facilitating the covert movement of troops and secure communications between strategic points. Details about these tunnels remain classified, adding layers of intrigue and speculation to London's underground mysteries. One of the most fascinating military tunnels was rumored to have connected key defense installations beneath central London. Secretive and carefully guarded, these tunnels provided critical logistical support during wartime. Though much remains speculative, surviving evidence suggests their existence and crucial wartime roles. Beyond transport and military use, the Thames tunnels also played critical roles in maintaining London's infrastructure. Sewer tunnels, perhaps less glamorous but equally essential, crisscross beneath the river, silently transporting waste away from the city. Constructed in the late 19th century under engineer Sir Joseph Bazalgette, these massive brick-lined tunnels were monumental engineering achievements that transformed public health in London. Bazalgette's tunnels still operate today, hidden from view, but fundamental to London's functioning. Exploring these tunnels would reveal vast, echoing chambers filled with the sound of flowing water, intricate brickwork, and machinery, quietly doing its job far from public sight. These tunnels represent an often overlooked yet vital part of London's history, demonstrating the city's relentless pursuit of improvement and modernization. London's hidden underwater tunnels have also attracted adventurers and urban explorers. Stories abound of secret expeditions into forgotten passages, abandoned chambers, and mysterious vaults beneath the Thames. Urban legends tell of tunnels inhabited by secret communities, lost treasures, or concealed entrances connecting royal palaces. While most of these tales remain myths, their allure speaks to our fascination with the hidden world beneath our feet. Occasionally, maintenance or renovation work uncovers lost sections of tunnels, offering brief glimpses into these forgotten spaces. Such discoveries ignite imaginations, fueling speculation about what other mysteries lie hidden beneath the Thames's surface. Another intriguing development has been the emergence of new tunnel projects beneath the Thames in recent years. The Crossrail project, now known as the Elizabeth Line, includes extensive tunneling beneath the river, showcasing modern engineering prowess. While these tunnels are practical and publicly known, they still highlight the continued importance and innovation associated with underwater construction. From Brunel's visionary Thames tunnel to modern-day infrastructure projects, the hidden tunnels beneath the Thames have played diverse and vital roles throughout London's history. They represent feats of engineering, moments of bravery, innovation, and crucial developments that shaped the city. Each tunnel, whether famous or forgotten, carries a unique story waiting to be explored. These subterranean pathways beneath London's iconic river continue to captivate our imagination. They remind us that, beneath the familiar landmarks and busy streets, there exists a secret world filled with fascinating history and untold stories. The tunnels of the Thames are more than just passageways. They are vivid reminders of human ingenuity, resilience, and our endless fascination with discovering what lies hidden just beneath the surface. Part number 5. Secret Cold War shelters. London's underground facilities in case of nuclear attack. Imagine a time when the world held its breath, living under the shadow of nuclear threat. During the Cold War, London, like many cities around the globe, prepared meticulously for a scenario no one ever wished to experience: a nuclear strike. Beneath London's bustling streets, secret shelters were quietly constructed, designed to withstand the unimaginable. Today, we'll journey into these hidden subterranean bunkers and reveal the extraordinary measures taken to protect Britain's leaders and citizens during the height of nuclear tension. The Cold War, lasting roughly from 1947 to 1991, was characterized by constant tension between the Soviet Union and Western allies, primarily the United States and the United Kingdom. As fears of nuclear war escalated, so too did the urgency to build secure underground shelters. These secretive bunkers served as command centers, refuges for government officials, and places to preserve essential operations in the event of catastrophe. One of the most prominent of these shelters was the secretive Kelvedon Hatch nuclear bunker. Located just outside London in Essex, this seemingly innocuous farmhouse concealed a vast underground facility. From the outside, you would see only a modest countryside building, but hidden beneath lay an enormous bunker, fully equipped to accommodate hundreds of government officials and military personnel. Entering Kelvedon Hatch was like stepping into another world entirely. After passing through an unassuming entrance disguised as a rural cottage, visitors would descend into a massive network of tunnels and chambers spread across multiple floors underground. This bunker was designed to be entirely self-sufficient, equipped with communication centers, dormitories, operating theaters, kitchens, and even a broadcasting studio intended to communicate vital information to the public during a nuclear attack. Kelvedon Hatch wasn't just a refuge, it was a fully operational government headquarters ready to take control should London be obliterated. Its walls were reinforced with thick concrete, designed to withstand nuclear blasts, radiation, and fallout. The bunker maintained detailed plans, rehearsed regularly by military and civilian personnel, ensuring that operations could continue uninterrupted under extreme conditions. Another significant Cold War facility hidden beneath London was the Kingsway Exchange, also known as the Kingsway Telephone Exchange. Situated beneath the bustling streets near Holborn, this massive subterranean complex served as a secure communication hub, critical to maintaining connections throughout Britain and with international allies during a nuclear crisis. Built secretly beneath the city in the 1950s, the Kingsway Exchange was so well concealed that its existence remained classified for decades. Inside, the facility housed extensive telecommunications equipment, connecting military bases, government buildings, and other secure locations throughout the UK. Technicians worked around the clock, ready to ensure that vital communications would remain operational even in the face of nuclear devastation. Walking through the tunnels today, you'd find remnants of advanced technology from the era, massive telephone exchanges, cables, and generators, everything strategically designed to survive the worst-case scenarios. The Kingsway Exchange symbolizes the strategic importance of communication during the Cold War, reminding us how vital connectivity was perceived to be for national security. Perhaps most fascinating is the existence of smaller, secret shelters scattered throughout London itself. Beneath various government buildings and key landmarks, these concealed bunkers offered refuge to local officials and critical staff. One of these bunkers lies hidden beneath Highgate in North London. Known as the Highgate Deep Level Shelter, this facility was part of the deep level shelters built during World War II, but repurposed during the Cold War era as a nuclear refuge. Inside the Highgate shelter, winding corridors led to secure rooms, dormitories, and storage facilities filled with emergency supplies. The structure was equipped with air filtration systems capable of purifying contaminated air, ensuring a safe environment for occupants amidst nuclear fallout. Although never used in a real emergency, its existence was a constant reassurance to officials tasked with safeguarding London's citizens. Another intriguing Cold War relic beneath London is the Pindar Bunker, named after the Greek poet famed for his invincibility. Located beneath the Ministry of Defense in Whitehall, the existence of this bunker remained top secret for decades. Pindar was intended as the ultimate command center, from which the Prime Minister and senior military commanders could lead Britain through a nuclear war. Accessing the Pindar bunker today remains strictly controlled, but reports describe it as a formidable, state-of-the-art facility. Reinforced against blasts, radiation, and electromagnetic pulses, it included extensive communication systems, secure briefing rooms, and even private quarters for the Prime Minister. Its very secrecy and impenetrable design underscore how seriously Britain viewed the nuclear threat. The construction and maintenance of these shelters required extraordinary secrecy and meticulous planning. Materials and supplies were discreetly transported underground, often at night, to avoid public attention. Workers involved in their construction frequently had little understanding of the full scale or purpose of their projects, emphasizing the extraordinary security measures surrounding these facilities. Beyond physical construction, the Cold War shelters also required rigorous drills and protocols. Regular exercises simulated nuclear attack scenarios, training personnel to react quickly and efficiently in the event of a crisis. Drills involved everything from evacuation procedures to prolonged stays underground, ensuring preparedness for even the most extreme conditions. Despite their impressive design and strategic significance, these shelters were thankfully never used for their intended purpose. When the Cold War ended, many were quietly abandoned or repurposed, their existence gradually fading from public memory. Today, some remain sealed, hidden beneath London streets, while others have been converted into museums, offering fascinating glimpses into a tense and uncertain era. Visiting these shelters today, you can't help but feel the immense weight of history. These subterranean bunkers symbolize a time when humanity faced the possibility of its own destruction, yet responded with remarkable ingenuity and preparedness. They remind us of the ever-present tension between fear and resilience, highlighting the extraordinary lengths to which nations will go to protect themselves and their citizens. The hidden Cold War bunkers beneath London are more than just historical curiosities. They are powerful reminders of the resilience, determination, and vigilance that defined an entire era. Each corridor, chamber, and secret entrance tells a story, preserving the legacy of those who lived in the shadow of nuclear threat, ready to face unimaginable challenges in the hope they would never have to.